Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Dragon Age Veilguard comes out, releases this weekend on October 31st out there, and a lot of people are very excited out there to play it, and some people are a little more cautious about it as well. Well, the early reviews are in, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like they are absolutely glowing. IGN absolutely loves it, The Gamer absolutely loves it, and even The Verge itself, even though they haven't finished the game yet, absolutely love it as well. And ladies and gentlemen, even though we have given some compliments on IG in the past, actually reviewing things in the popular aspect of actually agreeing with a lot of the audience out there, it's one of them situations where, just like many of these Hollywood projects out there, it all depends on who is actually behind the writing, who is actually behind the project. And ladies and gentlemen, we show you who's behind these absolutely glowing reviews from these corporations. It will not surprise you in any way, shape, or form that they are all of the usual suspects that you would expect. And based on some early reports that we're getting out there, BioWare intentionally did this, only gave early access to the people that knew they would give them a favorable review. And holy cow, if the simps are having to come out this hard for this game, boys and girls, I can only imagine how much of a disastrous dumpster fire it will actually end up being, and that is absolutely hilarious. So we have a whole lot of stuff to go over, ladies and gentlemen. We've got this article over here from That Park Place. We've actually got a couple of them, but we've also, of course, got everything we've going on, and there's actually a little clip released already showing you exactly what this game is all about, how high quality and immersive the dialogue is, and it's part of the reason why all of these access media organizations and people that meet all of the actual qualifications for what BioWare wanted to review, for who they wanted to review this game, well, I think you'll understand exactly why all of these particular people out there reviewing it are giving it the high praises it is, because boys and girls, it's absolutely insane, and it is exactly what we expected out of this game. So we're going to check out all this information, go over and give you the full scope of everything. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does it surprise you at all that these are the kind of people that BioWare gave early access to this game, and it does surprise you at all in any way, shape, or form that they are giving it such glowing reviews? Do you trust their reviews, or do you think they are compromised like so much of the rest of the access media out there? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please check out the links in the description down below. There's super thanks, there's super chats, there's all kinds of fun things you can do to help keep the lights on around here, and I absolutely appreciate it. So, from thatparkplace.com and our dear sweet John F. Trent, streamers critical of BioWare's Dragon Age The Veilguard not given review codes. Oh, color us shocked there. Now, this is from Wolfheart FPS, right? He's a streamer out there. He does RPGs. He's pretty big, pretty popular in the RPG community out there. This is also a guy who was part of the early testing for this game, got invited to the big event, was able to check this game out. But now, because he was critical of the game after he got the early testing, guess what? He didn't get a review code. So he says, he puts out there on social media, he says, put that on X, he says, 3 creators, myself included, we're a bit more critical than others with our hands-on time with Dragon Age The Veilguard. Not a single one of us will be getting a review card with time to actually give opinions before release. Just thought I would throw that out there. Now that's very interesting, and that's very curious, because of course people are already speculating out there, and it's kind of pretty obvious once we show you the reviews that are actually out there already, that why anybody with half a brain in their head would go, well, yeah, no wonder people are speculating that BioWare is attempting to manipulate reviews by not handing out review codes to creators critical of the game during a play test. Oh, color us shocked there. And if you don't believe it, well, the speculation has now been confirmed, because ladies and gentlemen, thegamer.com and the very kind Stacy Henley gave the game none other than a 4.0 out of 5. Now, Stacy says it's got strong character writing, action-heavy combat works well, deep world building through side quests. The side quests. But the cons, shallow main narrative, so the main story sucks. occasionally feels formulaic, so it's literally a rinse and repeat of stuff we've seen before, and an extremely irritating camera. Something that's going to affect you the entire game. What does Stacy give it? A 4.0 out of 5. Now, mind you, boys and girls, in case you need a slight reminder, in case you need a slight refresher, this is the game that gives you options for top scores. Yes, they do. And who is Stacy Hudson, ladies and gentlemen? Who is the one that gave it a 4.5 even though the main story sucks? Well, here you are. Stacy Henley, sorry to any Stacy Hudsons out there, Stacy Henley, editor-in-chief of the Gamer website. Really into the spine. She, her with the trans flag in the bio. And what do you want to bet? It's not the cute girl there, because that doesn't look trans at all. It's the dude in drag over here pretending like he's actually a woman. So color us shocked there. The glowing review from the Gamer is none other than an LGBTQ plus alphabet soup mafia possessed by the spirit of the age simp for the cult out there. Oh, color us shocked there. Literally the exact audience out there that this game was targeting. But wait, maybe common nerd. Maybe it's just a one-off. Maybe that's not the case. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, IGN over here, written by Leanna Haffer, gives the game another glowing review. A 9 out on 10, a 9. Amazing, says Leanna. Dragon Age the Veilguard refreshes and reinvigorates this storied series with enjoyable action combat, a fantastic cast of companions, and moving character writer. Well, who is Leanna Haffer? Well, this is a picture of Leanna Haffer. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe I'm just a little biased, but I'm pretty sure that just looks like a dude with long hair out there. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you go over here to Leanna's profile, which is confirmed right here as being theirs, because literally, well, being his, quite literally, because he's got his own review posted right here. And look at that. We've got a she, they. Well, I'd say based on this picture, they is pretty accurate. Once again, the target demographic. Unlike the person over here who was critical, Wolfheart, who didn't get an access code. But oh, it goes farther than that, ladies and gentlemen, because over here, right here, after 40 hours with the game, our dear sweet Asa Parish right here gives it another glowing and stunning review. And this is Asha Paresh right here. Says, I haven't finished the game. Trying to write a comprehensive review of a game that deserves a lot of time and consideration is just not ideal. So I couldn't finish the game and give you a fair assessment of the whole thing. So I'm going to write a review just on based on what I've played. So I'm posting a preview of the sorts now that covers my initial impressions with a full review to come later when I get time to finish this abysmal game. Well, who is Ash Parrish? Ash Parrish, a video game reporter, quote unquote, reporting on the biz, culture, and horniness of the game industry. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of things that Ash likes to cover out there, the horniness of the video game industry. And color us shocked there, she's got she, her pronouns in her Twitter bio. So yes, boys and girls, this is absolutely confirmed that yes, indeed, BioWare was very specific about the people, because there is a million other video game reviewers over there at IGN that could have reviewed this game and gave it a fair assessment. But what did they pick? Somebody that was very much from their LGBTQ alphabet soup mafia agenda-driven cult. So color us shocked there that it's getting wonderful reviewing gameplay. And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably out there screaming at me in the comments right now, all you little psychopath cult members out there just having absolute meltdowns. And if you're not, Jimbo needs to get in on the comments. But literally, it's one of them situations where literally you're all going to be going out there, well, you just said you're just picking on these people because they're part of the community, because they're part of the LGBT mafia. You're just going after them, targeting them specifically. I'm sure the game's wonderful and fine. Well, let me present to you our last piece of evidence here that this game is going to be woke, hot garbage that will get rejected by the majority of the gaming audience out there and turn into BioWare's next gigantic flop that will, as some people who have actually played the game all the way through with some of the beta testers out there said, this could be the end of BioWare. Because, ladies and gentlemen, after going out there and encouraging your fellow whatever this thing is out there, well, the reward, the decision that moves forward to your game story out there is none other than this. You've chosen to encourage Tosh, which, of course, if I remember correctly, is one of our new LGBTQ Alphabet Soup Mafia characters, focusing on the benefits of a multicultural background. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a reward for encouraging and showing the benefits of a multicultural background. Wow. Color me shocked there. A game with dialogue and rewards like this and story elements that literally quote a multicultural background got a 9 out of 10 from a freak like this who wants to feel pretty, and another little freak over here as well that is clearly a dude pretending to be a lady and somebody who reports on the horniness of the video game industry. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, do we need any more red flags at this point to confirm that BioWare is completely and totally down with the agenda and that Dragon Age Veilguard will be nothing more than an acolyte for the cult, woke ideology-driven nonsense? Because why else would they have picked freaks like this to give access to the game early for reviews and decide to go ahead and avoid somebody who was a little critical of the game? And if you go actually and read Wolfheart FPS's critiques on the game, they're really not that bad. And mention nothing about the Alphabet Soup Mafia nonsense. But you know what? This looks good to investors when respected organizations like IGN and Gamer and the Veilguard, they go out there and they say it's fabulous, it's wonderful, it's the greatest game that BioWare has ever made in the Dragon Age line ever. Well, that looks good to investors. But it's a smokescreen. It's all fake. Because it looks good to investors now, but when this game releases and we start to find out about the actual sales, not just all the rumors we've heard about the pre-sales being absolutely abysmally poor. No, when we get the Steam numbers to see how many people actually play this game, unless BioWare decides to pull a fast one like some other companies have done and use like their own launcher or something, which I don't believe they have. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. But when they release this game, we're going to get the final verdict. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe I don't understand the Dragon Age fan base in any way, shape, or form. And you're all out there, you're going to love this game, and you're going to make this the most successful game of the year. Dragon Age Veilguard, you woke weirdos out there, all of you LGBT plus Alphabet Soup Mafia folks, you will finally come out and show us that the modern audience really is a powerful driving force in the entertainment industry. Or, just like history has shown us, time and time again, whether it be Hollywood or whether it be video games, this modern audience that the entertainment industry finds itself constantly chasing, this idol, this false god that they have bowed down to and sacrificed everything on their altar to it, has gotten them nothing in return. They have lost billions. They have sacrificed friends. They have sacrificed relationships. They have sacrificed family. They have sacrificed job opportunities, all on the altar to their cult, all by worshiping down at this false idol that promised them fame and riches and acceptance and love, and that you would be on the right side of history, that you're not the baddies, that everyone will love you, that everybody that comes out there and disagrees with it, they're just a bunch of haters, they're just a bunch of phobes and a bunch of ists. Oh, they're gonna end up falling down and accepting you for everything you are. Except now you're finding out, just like our ancestors in the Old Testament did, that worshiping these false idols never gets you anywhere. Throwing your babies into the fires of the bowl aren't going to give you a good harvest. Sacrificing your friends, sacrificing your family, all because you believe they're ists and phobes and don't agree with your insane ideology and your forcing agenda into video games, entertainment, and most of all, on our children, doesn't work. It doesn't give you the rewards that Satan promised you. Because guess what? It's all false. It's all fake. It didn't work thousands of years ago when our ancestors tried it. It didn't work when Bud Light tried it. It didn't work when Disney tried it. It hasn't worked ever, and it never will. Because your false god, your false idol has lied to you. You are a freak. You are a weirdo. Society will never accept you until you finally get some actual good mental help and become a functioning member of society that can actually add quality and value to the world. And guess what? Dragon Age Veilguard, no matter how much they've sacrificed, no matter how many fans they have pissed off, no matter how many customers they have lost, sacrificing them all on the altar to the God of the modern audience, they will find out when this game releases that just like everyone else has found out, it is nothing more than a false idol. And no matter how many simps for the spirit of the age you find to review your game and try to lie to the people out there, it will never work. 2 + 2 still equals 4. God is still on his heaven in his throne, on his throne in heaven. Up is still up, down is still down, and Dragon Age Veilguard will flop. After all, BioWare, you did it to yourself. And no matter how many cultists you hire to review your game, it will never work. You've done it to yourself, and you will get exactly what you deserve.